Why wanting to be the best version of yourself doesn't work when you want to heal. Because you will never be there. Because there's always a better version for you to reach. It's an illusion. There will always be a best version in our heads. And we'll never get there, because when we get there, there's another version and another version. At some point, we have to tell ourselves we have arrived. When I say I want to be that best version of myself, what I'm actually saying is this version, not good enough, that version. What it causes is that we constantly look for another version of us that we need to create and doesn't really exist. What it does is that I present myself as something that needs to be fixed, altered, and improved constantly, which causes me to suffer all the time. And improvement is good. We need it for our self-esteem, we need it for our confidence. Feeling good and healthy is the best thing we can have. But our attitude towards it, we constantly crave for a future version of us. And when we get to that future version of us, it's still not enough. What I've learned from this experience is that this version, no good. That version that doesn't exist, that will never exist, because I constantly want to be better. And when we get to that future version, this version is still not enough. And there is a new future version that I want to get to, and a new one, and a new one. And this version stays not enough, because what I'm teaching myself is not good, that one's better. Not good, this one's better. And it creates suffering. Who wants to be that best version of myself? Is that me, my ego? In yoga philosophy, I'm already that version. I'm just not aware of it, or not connected to it, or to my true nature. So I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's not. So the concept that stands behind all this, that we're putting limitations to our self-definition. So if I say that the best version of myself wakes up at 6 a.m. and then one day I wake up at 6:30, the whole day I would think about me not being the best version of myself because I woke up half an hour later. And as long as we keep putting limitations on ourselves and on our self-definition, we suffer, yeah. And we tell ourselves that we're not good enough just because the way we think about ourselves. And we believe it. We believe that we're better people if we wake up at 6 a.m. instead of 6:30. I believe that every thought, every dream that we have must come down to the physical world if we want to make it come true. Or disappear, but we'll talk about it in a later video. So what happens if I say I am the best version of myself? I believe in it, but I don't live accordingly. So I would probably either lie to myself or continue the suffering. There should be an understanding that the best version doesn't look as we think it is. So my best version is not depending on anything. So as long as we don't put limitations on our sense of self, like what makes us good people,